How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this week's top skin picks from the workshop on Steam. If you're new, this does not mean all of these skins will make it in. These are just skins that have the potential to, so you'll have to tune in on Thursdays to see which ones actually did make it. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. First up, we've got something here a little feathery, and it is the Ducky Cap and Bandana made by, well, Duck. I mean, it just makes sense, right? So over here we've got, the duck bill, and you've got a nice feathery bandana, and then if we go ahead and there we go, look at that. There's even some little safety pins and little details. There's a cute little duck right there. And there you have it. Next, we've got a road sign set for you. This is the notebook set by Saudenzer. And yeah, man, this thing has a freaky little face on the front of it there. And it's all basically just blue and red ink drawings on notepads that are, for math, grid paper, so to say. So there you go. The whole thing is pretty funny. Lots of stuff. You even have some math problems back here. And there's the L9 right there. Got all sorts of little kind of stuff hidden in and around it. Next up, we've got the comic high qual set. Look at that face. Yep, that kind of fits, One way or another, you gotta love that face, or at least his mother does or something. Then we've got a cracked dong. I know the dong's supposed to be like a dong, like a metal off a metal kind of thing, but yeah, love that. So, and then back here we've got another cracked dong. So, there you go. You gotta love Rust and the humor alongside with it. Next up, we've got the redesign of the Shadow Strike set, and when it comes to redesigns, I typically do not show them unless it's a pretty significant change, and there's been quite a bit of change to the, designated places of the plating and so forth, but really the big change is the mask. It kind of has almost like a snout, like a fox or an armadillo. I just tried to combine fox and armadillo, guys. The farks. That's a new creature now, guys. So there you have it. One way or another, it is definitely a pretty nice redesign. Next up, we've got our deployables, starting with some furnaces here. We've got the Evil Forge brought to us by Ted, and yeah, it's just kind of got all these little designs going on, and you can see there's just this kind of painted on and slightly carved in face going on into the front of it there. Then next over here, we've got this crazy monster thing. It reminds me of some kind of demonic anglerfish or something, just because the eyes and stuff. But man, I had those teeth and stuff. Whew, definitely crazy. And it has a really neat emission when it's glowing at night. So I'll be sure to show you that here shortly. Next, we've got a couple boxes for you, starting off with this one here. And this one's got this crazy face on it. This is the Long Story chest by Kozlov, and yeah, there you go. We got a little more art along the side here. It looks like maybe stuff being cooked alive or maybe being sacrificed. I'm not sure there. Definitely some scary stuff. And then it looks like we've got battle against demons there on the back or something. Definitely a lot of work went into the artwork on this one. Then over here we've got something on the creative side. It is a sulfur chest made to have a big old chemistry vibe. So yeah, it has that kind of Breaking Bad or just a chemistry vibe in general, and yeah, the whole thing is just really cool. Is a neat design. Not sure if everyone's ready to jump back into another labeled box set, but hey, we'll just have to see how that goes. Next, we've got some doors for you, starting out with this one right here. This is the Lost Diamond Door by Lodi, and yeah, it looks like you're going to have to pry that diamond out of that skeleton's hands. It definitely has a very nice design to it. Very clean. Next, we've got a dragon eye for you. This is the Dragon Sheet Metal Door by Andy Boo, and it comes in two versions, a glowing and a non-glowing. And of course, the glow is the eye, so we'll be sure to show you that here at the end, as always. Moving on, we've got another glowy door for you. This is the Eclipse Metal Door by Madra, and as you can see, it's pretty obvious where the glow comes from. It does look quite cool at night, so we'll be shortly there. Excuse me. Then we've got the Cyberdyne Door by Oasis, and yeah, the name might not be something that could be used if this one has the potential to get in, but I definitely love the fact that the skull isn't just a human skull, it's an animal. And, you know, it just makes it a little bit different. Definitely something very unique. We've also got a garage door for you this week, and it is, of course, the No Mercy garage door. And, yeah, it's everything you would expect. I actually kind of love how the skull kind of looks like it's, like, melting through the garage door itself. That gives it a really cool-looking design. Then over here, we've got a Zen Labs door for you. This one is the Secret Lab Door by Kiva. And yeah, it's all themed after stuff in the game, has a pretty cool kind of industrial look to it, and has a pretty unique glow as well. So let's go ahead and cut the lights and check out the glow on everything here. And there you go. Definitely, like I said, very nice glow. You've got some lights that are lit up, as well as just an overall kind of shine around the door. Then coming back over here, you can see the glow on the Cyberdyne door. See, I said, definitely really nice on that one. There's that beautiful dragon eye. And that blue diamond glow. I also like the highlight, you know, the lighter highlights around the emission on the door there. Definitely kind of makes it pop much better. Definitely kind of. Definitely makes it pop more. Not kind of. And then, no one really expects lights on this one, but look, it is glowing as well. And I love how it looks like there's just little lights shining onto the chalkboards. Very, very sleek. Very, very cool. Then if we go ahead and head on over to our furnaces here, you can see, ooh, a little too close on that one. There we go. Here's our creepy guy. Very cool. And then if we head on over to this one, nothing too special, but we do have the cool little vents on the sides there. Nothing going on up top. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the last part of our video where we check out the tools and weapons. And starting off, we've got this really crazy looking rock here. This is the Larva Rock. I've seen some people kind of work at this one before, but it always look kind of weird. This one does look pretty darn realistic. He did a really good job on it. And yeah, this one is very, very cool. Next, we've got some stone tools for you, and as you can see, these are very beautiful. This is the Gold Ore Set by Le Crempe. And then here we've got the matching pickaxe. Definitely a very beautiful, fancy set. Next, we've got a bow for you, and if you can't guess already, it is the toy bow. And it's got all sorts of those bright colors that you know from the set. When you go ahead and aim back, you can see the toy and a little bit of a pew right there in the front. Definitely a great addition to it, and I could see this one selling very well if it made it into the store. Next, we have a SAR for you, and this one is kind of like a darker camo, and is therefore called the Camo Soldier. This is version 2, and yeah, it's definitely a cool little kind of military SR. Aiming down the sights here, you've got some red to help you focus on in, just in case you need a little extra help there. Last in this group, we've got another SAR for you, and it is a continuation of the Lost Souls set. And yeah, it's been a while since we've seen anything from this one, so who knows, we'll have to see how Hulk feels with that one. But it's got that cool little space and cobalt design going on with it, the rocket on the side. And when aiming down the sights here, you've got some red sights as well to help you. And a galaxy to kind of, I don't know, maybe even distract your mind away. Next, we've got an SMG for you, and it looks like it is a piece of the space set by Milo Frito. And yeah, this one just has all sorts of bright colors going on with it. Aiming down the sights here, you've got that big old black star with the kind of, what is that, I don't know, pinkish background? Yes, it is a pink color. I know my colors, guys. Yeah. Anyways, we've got a AK for you next, and this one looks like it's made up of all sorts of pieces of, like, wire and piping and all sorts of different pieces of junk. One of those things that just really fits the vibe of Rust. Aiming down the sights here, you can see even more of it kind of going on. And let's go ahead and pop a reload there. Definitely a very cool salvaged AK. Next, we've got a very bright thing on the opposite side. This is the Anti-Raider AR by Zinc, and it has this very cartoony, almost infomercial kind of look to it. Yeah, just the colors just really pop up on it. And then you've got the AR for anti-raid or assault rifle. I mean, it kind of works both ways, right? Next, we've got a very pink and purpley AK for you. This is the Pink Death AK-47 by Andre. And yeah, this has been a pretty popular set, so one of the pieces that did make it in did. And I could see this one doing just as equally well. It's been some time since we've seen one, so I could see, you know, just a little bit different. Always does well. Aim down the sights there. There's a big old smack of lips and some lipstick for you. And you've got some pink on kind of an aquish color there for the sights. Last in this group, we've got a kind of crazy looking AK. And yeah, this one is kind of made of like a leather kind of bag. And then that bag itself, it was, I guess, holding money, which is now leaking out and strapped to it everywhere. The one thing I could see is that the money is two different sizes on it. It looks like a realistic size on the actual mag there. But on the side of the AK it doesn't, so that could be the nail in the coffin, so to say, for this one. But it is a really cool design, so I just wanted to show it off for the fact of that, at least. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a kind of neon-y green sight, but it is not a glow sight. And let's go ahead and pop a reload. Next up, we've got a LR for you, and it is a continuation of the banger set. So, of course, this is the banger LR. And, yeah, as you can see, it's got the big old finger bangers right there. And, wow, that sounded so bad. This set always gets me saying something stupid. So, I'm just going to let you look at it. Aim down the sights here, you've got kind of an exploded skull and some purple against the black sight. We'll go ahead and pop a reload. There we go. Next, we've got another LR for you, and this one is all sorts of drawn up on. This is the LR300 Sumerian Civilization. Oof, what a mouthful there. But there you have it. It has kind of like a dirty, kind of, not dirty, but like a dust, like a stone-dusted look to it. Aiming down the sights here, you've got red versus that kind of stone-dusted gray, and a Sumerian symbol. And there's that reload. Next up, we've got an L9 for you, and it is the Doodle L9. I don't know why I had to say it that way, but hey, that's how it's coming out. So this is our last skin, but not least, and definitely a great addition to the set. Always love the little red highlights on the L9 here. You've got kind of like a little demon guy right there. Aiming down the sights, not too much going on, but honestly, that isn't really what you have an L9 for. So that's going to do it, guys. Sound off down in the comment section below which ones you're hoping for the most. And, oh, we actually have one AK we almost skipped, guys. This one is really, really cool. I can't believe we almost skipped it. This is what happens when there's too many skins. This is the Armageddon AR by Vase. And I'm glad I accidentally, well, no, I was actually cycling through the weapons there. But, yeah, the whole thing is made up of a bunch of little Rust nakeds doing various things. And, from the distance, it almost just kind of looks like a shiny green AK. So it's very, very cool. Especially this crazy guy, like, holding an AK at the... aiming down the sights here. But, alright, for real now, that's going to do it. So sound off, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay rusty.